Hello, everyone, and of course, welcome back to another episode of X Talking Ish with your boy X.
Hey, boy ish.
Thank you very much for that ish, even though it was a little raggedy over there. If you are on
Yeah.
Facebook, please make sure you go ahead and like and share this broadcast. And like I said, if you are on the Facebook page, go ahead and hit that like button on Facebook. If you are on Twitter, go ahead and please follow us on Twitter so you can watch this stream on our Periscope stream on Twitter. And if you are on YouTube, please make sure you go ahead and subscribe on YouTube. Go ahead and hit the notification bell for shows in the future.
Ding.
Thank you very much for that, Ish.
Mm-hmm.
All righty then. Y'all know what it is. It is our week 4 recap. And the crazy thing about this week 4 recap is just about an hour and 10 minutes ago, breaking news. The Dallas Cowboys ish with some very dramatic news. Maybe not news to Dallas Cowboys fans because they've seen the play in person, what he's been do this season, but news to the rest of the league around the NFL when it comes to releasing not just a linebacker, but a Pro Bowl, maybe even a cornerstone type of defensive player for somebody's team, linebacker Jalen Smith. Ish, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah. When I first saw the news, I was a little confused. I was wondering, is there something that happened that maybe they know behind the scenes that no one else knows? Um, yeah. I'm really confused at this point. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on. To go from a guy that was, I mean, playing well over 90% of the snaps for this defense past couple of years to I think it was only about 50% or so between the first 4 games. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't feel like Micah Parsons alone just came in and contributed to that situation. I think that there's something else that's going on. There's something behind closed doors that's been brewing up. Maybe he wasn't happy with his position um, in the organization as it stands once Michael Parsons got drafted, or it was something before that that caused them to draft Michael Parsons. I don't know. It's still early. It's still a lot of information to come out, but wow, what a move! It doesn't hurt this defense by any means. I mean, he's a good player, but they haven't needed him. Like I said, only playing like 50% of the snaps in the first 4 games. So I'll be interested to see where he lands. I want to see where he lands. Obviously, he's probably going to be going to a Super Bowl contending team.
Why you say obviously though? Is it really obviously? I mean,
Uh,
obvious. I'm sorry. Is it really obvious though that he will land with a team like that?
it's not. It's not. Like I said, if there is something behind the scenes that caused this to happen, then he's not going to land anywhere, and news will be coming out about whatever it is that happened. Um, if it is just purely he wasn't happy with his standing within the organization, he wanted a new challenge. They obliged and released him, which I don't see why you wouldn't try to trade a guy like that. Um, I don't know. I'm like I said, it's still early on. This just happened right before the show,
No,
so
you're fine. No, the article that I'm reading on ESPN is from Todd Archer of ESPN. What it really seems like to me is this comes down more to a contract and also cap situation more than anything, and also with them being able to see Micah Parsons and the way that he's been able to perform, just of course in his rookie season. I think it was just easy for them to move on from 2019. Smith signed a 5-year deal, a $64 million extension deal, included $35.5 million guaranteed money. Last 3 seasons, he's had 150 tackles per season. This guy is not a guy that's a slouch. I understand that certain Cowboy fans, from what I've seen social media wise, they feel like they're not getting enough bang for their buck when it comes to Jalen Smith, and that's understandable. This is also a guy, granted 5 years ago, that's been able to play himself back into a healthy 100% Jalen Smith coming off of course, a horrific knee injury at Notre Dame to where he pretty much, took a whole year off and finally is getting back to who Jalen Smith is. And wherever he lands, he's going to be a steal for that team. And it's going to be interesting how they redraw up his contract, because another thing, again, that I see from social media, a lot of people are wondering why we didn't get a chance to trade him. Why did we just release him? That doesn't make any sense. At least get something for him, right? Well, apparently him and Jerry Jones had a conversation in the offseason about trying to trade him. So this has been brewing up for a couple months now.
Yeah.
So, like you said, it's just something behind the scenes. We don't know just yet. We have to wait tomorrow morning, the news, and if not tomorrow morning, of course, on Thursday, to where we'll get the full details of what's really going on. But right now, on Tuesday night, it was very, very random and very, very eye-opening for the Cowboys to do this. And again, I understand the Cowboys have the future right in their eyes with Parsons and also Diggs on the outside, but again, Van Der Esch is an injury-prone type of linebacker. Jalen Smith being that guy to help out as well, too. I understand they have Jabril Cox and also Luke Guilford, but Jalen Smith is that anchor. He's that guy that's been there for the whole year, right? I can rely on him in weeks 15, 16, and 17, and of course this season, week 18, compared to Van Der Esch. I don't know how long Micah Parsons can keep this up because of him being a rookie. You know how rookies are. We saw last season with Jonathan Abrams with the Raiders and how reckless he likes to play because he just wants to show that I belong, right? I hope it's not the same thing for Parsons, but it's going to be very interesting to see how this all breaks down for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, it's definitely something that'll be interesting to watch moving forward. Definitely want to see where Jalen Smith lands. But yeah, it's just wow. On Tuesday, it's just a weird time for this to happen.
No, I definitely agree. And let's go ahead and move on to our next topic at hand. And usually, of course, we would get into the football aspect of things. But unfortunately, we have to talk about stuff that happens off the field at the moment. Usually, we like to leave that alone, especially with Deshaun Watson and the things that was going through at the moment. We still have not spoke on that. This situation here, of course, a lot different than Deshaun Watson's. And the thing with Urban Meyer and the situation that he's going through right now is, and Ish and I, we talked about this before we came on the show, it's not about the act that he did and what he did in the little club. It's not the problem with what Urban Meyer did. It's the continuous acts that he's done. And again, supposedly being the leader and the head figure for whatever program that he's at. I see you smiling over there, but again, the head coach is supposed to be the standard. If that was Nick Saban, if that was Bill Belichick, if that was anybody else, wouldn't they be getting on them the same way? I'm not saying the same way, but we've seen pictures with Jerry Jones and him dancing with pretty women, right? We've seen certain things, but that was of course a different time. Wasn't during the season. Wasn't of course that was just a club incident, whatever it was, right? This situation with Urban Meyer. You just lost the game on Thursday night. The team flew back to Jacksonville. You decide to stay in Ohio for a friend's wedding. You go out, you go have some fun. No one's saying that you can't have fun. My thing is, Ish, again, we talked about this before we came on to the show, is that you, Urban Meyer, you want so much out of everyone else and you're not putting the work in. That's my thing is. You're 0-4. You lost on Thursday Night Football, and you decide to do these things instead of going back into the lab to get better. Ish, I told you this whole year I've told you on this show, Urban Meyer will not last the season. Urban Meyer will not last the season. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care about a contract. Go, so I can wrap it up, Ish. You got it. Go.
I mean, are you done? Are you done now? You
I'm waiting
done?
for you. I need you to hit your
You
rebuttal,
done
and then we'll
hate? You
talk.
done
I'll talk
hating
more about it
on
after that. I'm
Urban?
not hating. I'm just telling the truth. But
I
continue.
mean,
Ain't no
now
hate.
I feel like there's like some personal vendetta against Urban Meyer that you have that you just feel the need.
So what you're saying is
Uh,
you forgot about that hot seat episode. Remember hey,
I mean, again, I feel like there's some personal vendetta you have against Urban Meyer.
just telling the truth out here.
Um,
X talking this, baby.
I don't understand what the complaint is. What is the complaint from people out here? The complaint is that he stayed behind for a wedding. Is that the complaint? Is the complaint that he was dancing with this lady? What is the complaint? What can you help me understand what the complaint is? Because
Yes,
I'm
yes,
confused.
because yes, that's the best reason on there because yes, because X is a Michigan fan. Yes, that is yes because I'm the only one out here in the sports realm that has a problem with what Urban Meyer has done. Not just again with the Jacksonville Jaguars, not just with Ohio State, again with as well. It will be a 30 for 30 in the next 10 years when it comes to what Florida got away with and what they've done in that program. Tebow ain't no saint. When there's things that come out about Tebow, don't be surprised. And as well, I'll say this for everybody that's listening, everybody's tuning in. I told this to Cindy. And I'm gonna tell to everybody right now. I would rather trust Bill O'Brien with my football program over Urban Meyer, college and pro.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. At the end of the day, you know what? Not even college. I'll give to Urban. Urban can have college. Urban, that's his realm. But NFL wise, Bill O'Brien, I'll take him as a head coach over Urban Meyer any day of the week. But
Okay.
again, I could be a hater. I could be this. I could be that. At the end of the day, Urban Meyer hasn't proved anything to anyone yet with the
I
Jacksonville
mean, as a
Jaguars. But
coach,
continue.
no, he hasn't proven anything in the NFL. I don't think that's the dispute. I don't think that's up for discussion right now. I don't think that's what we're discussing, and that's again why I'm confused. Like, what is the outrage? What are we discussing here? Like, what is the problem that we're talking about? Is because he was touching the girl's butt? Like, is that what we're talking about? We're talking
Again,
about the video
no,
that
it's
came out where he
not.
was touching the
Again, why
girl's
do
butt.
y'all? Why do you, look? I got okay. Hold up. I literally just said it has nothing to do with being at the wedding, being doing the dance. It's the pattern of behavior that he has had since his days in Florida, and now you are a grown as grandfather ish.
What does that have to do with his
My
time in
point is,
Jacksonville?
take your ass back home and get ready for the Tennessee Titans that you are playing on Sunday.
The
Like
man
any
went.
other
The man
31
had a
coaches
wedding.
in the
He had a
NFL.
wedding to go to. He
All
had a
right.
wedding to go to.
Okay. All right. That's fine. Again, I hope Meyer stay with the Jacksonville Jaguars for the next 3 years, so the Jacksonville Jaguars can be 0-17 for the next 3 more years. And let's remind everybody as well. Jacksonville Jaguars on the second active longest losing streak in the NFL. Okay, so again, all
I
you
mean,
gotta
that's
do is win
fine.
maybe one game to break that streak. But let's continue to
Honestly,
just keep
though,
giving
they
Urban
looked
Meyer
good.
all the leeway. That's fine.
They
They
looked
look
good
good,
on
right? Is you gonna
Thursday,
say
though.
okay?
They looked good on Thursday.
Okay,
So
all right.
I don't see
It's
what the
Thursday night
complaint.
football. I ain't about to give him shit. I ain't doing that.
I
But
don't see
continue.
what the
Did you pick them to win that game on Thursday?
I don't see what the complaint is.
Did you pick them to win that game on Thursday?
Anybody who
Okay.
knew anything wasn't gonna pick them to win. So I don't see why that matters if I pick them or not. They look good. So I mean, I again don't understand what the issue is here
All right.
with Urban Meyer and having a wedding
At
to
the end
go
of the day, he's
to.
losing his locker room. The locker room don't even take him seriously.
That's
And
fine.
again, that's fine. Okay. All right. Again, if y'all feel like this is fine, let the Jacksonville Jaguars be the second worst team in the league and continue to just do what they do. That's perfect. We're gonna move on
Are
because
the Titans the
obviously
worst team in the league?
you're hilarious. Again, because obviously nobody else gives a damn. So fine. So we're gonna move on because apparently Urban Meyer can do what the hell he wants to. So that's perfectly fine. Do what he wants. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to some better news of the NFL game of the week. Ish, we're gonna go ahead and throw this to you. Let's go ahead and start you off on this one. I'm very eager to hear what you have to say. What's your game of the week?
Man, the game of the week for me The game of the week this week. It just had to be none other than the New York Jets beating the Tennessee Titans. Because, I mean, how thrilling was that game to watch? Zach Wilson finally getting that win, coming across and beating Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans. Even with King Henry rushing for 157 yards, the Jets were still able to pull it out in overtime. I mean, it went down to the very last second. You thought maybe Tennessee had it, and nope, they somehow choked it away. But hey, you know, the Jets are on the board. Zach Wilson, congratulations. But definitely the game of the week for me.
You done?
Yeah, I'm done, man. That was the game of the week. It was the game of the week. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, as y'all can see, everybody after 4 weeks of football, apparently Ish likes to play, as they call them, butt fuck games because last I checked, the Tennessee Titans leading their division, while the Kansas City Chiefs are on the bottom looking up. So hey, it's all fun and games right now.
Nobody care about the AFC South.
Hey, I'm just throwing it out there.
It's all right.
We like to throw facts out there and just
I mean, hey, we at least we lost to winning teams. We lost to winning teams.
Respect.
That's all right.
Respect. I'm actually going to go with. It's not the sexy choice, but if you did tune into our pregame show on Sunday morning, I spoke about this game. I said it was going to be an old school game. I said it was going to be one of those games where it's not going to be sexy, but you definitely need to check it out. For me, it has to be the Browns versus the Vikings. The final score was 14-7. It's not a game that you probably wanted to look at.
Not a conventional 14, that is.
And I was definitely going to get that as well, Ish. Again, it wasn't a game that you probably would want to watch if you're a casual football fan, but if you're a football fan, that was a great game to watch. Both sides of the ball. Kirk Cousins, again, still playing well. Yes, of course, he had some slip-ups in that game, but I like the way Kirk Cousins is playing. I like the way the Vikings are playing, moving along in the rest of the season. The Browns, I think that was a very great, tough win on the road. Both of us did pick the Browns to win that game, but for them to win that game, like you said, it's scoring a touchdown, 2-point conversion. Then, of course, they kick a field goal. It's 11-7 at one point in time. And then, of course, they kick another field goal to make it 14-7. And for me, I just feel like that game, it's really the epitome of who the Cleveland Browns are, right? It's that we're going to grind you out. We're going to run the ball. We're going to play solid defense. And we're going to make you earn everything. And that's if the Browns are able to continue to do this, they are, of course, serious contenders in the AFC. The AFC at the moment is wide open. The AFC is wide open to me, my opinion. But
I think it's two teams and then it's everybody else.
And I can't say that because you're talking about most likely the Bills and the Browns.
No.
Okay, well, see, there you go. That's why
I think it's the Bills and the Chargers. It's the Bills and the Chargers, and then it's everyone else.
Okay, well, again, those two teams haven't won anything for us to say we take those guys seriously until they go through their gauntlet. They have to still go through the playoffs and show everybody that they are real for us to say, you know what, we respect the Chargers.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's at the moment it's the Bills
because right now
Chargers.
Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. I'm just saying, both of those guys by themselves, you have to say, you know what, they have more experience in the playoffs and being an MVP.
Yeah,
I would have to go with them.
Terrible defense to
fight
against. So
same way Aaron Rodgers had that bad defense. He's a bad man when it comes to just one game.
Not the same. We will continue to argue.
We will continue to disagree, but when it's playoff time, things are different. Just saying, baby. Just saying.
You got to make the playoffs before you worry about that.
She's gonna make the playoffs. Don't even try and don't do that. We're not doing that. Let's get to the comment section right quick. We're not doing that. Travis Crow says Cardinals and Rams for me as in best game of yes, best game of the weekend, and I definitely I agree with you on that one as well. I was going to pick that one, but I'm actually going to save that one for another topic moving forward. Travis Cole also says Chip Kelly was a better NFL coach
Then Urban Meyer.
than Urban Meyer. That's what he's saying. So, and shout out
Yeah,
to the Eagles.
I might actually agree with that because he was really. People actually don't give him credit for some of the things he did with the Eagles. He was good. Yeah, I'll give it to him.
I think he was like that guy that was trying to fix things, but he just didn't want to tell anybody how he was going to go about fixing it. It was either like get out the way, let me fix it, or get in my way and get on my nerves, and you won't
Well, he
like
kind
the
of
way
got
I
in
do
his
it.
own way on some of the stuff that he was doing, but ultimately, yeah, he was still decent. He was still a decent coach. I don't think that he was bad. Urban Meyer bad. Urban Meyer is bad.
All right,
He's a bad NFL coach.
gonna have a bad heart soon too. He gonna
Oh
be
my
up out of the league.
gosh.
I'm just saying. My heart hurt. I'm just
Okay, thank you.
all right. Well, if you tuned in last week, we asked, are the Rams the best NFL team? I'm sorry, I apologize. Are the Rams the best team in the NFL? In just a week, it seems like at the moment, the Cardinals heard us and said, "Not so fast, my friend." We have something to say about that, and the Cardinals at the moment, 4-0 ish, are the Cardinals the best team in the NFL?
Record wise, yeah, you would have to say so. Also, just if the eye test right alone right now, I would say they seem to be the most complete team, especially with all the weapons they have on the offensive side. Kyler Murray is just a terrible, terrible little toddler to stop. He just runs around nonstop, and you just can't catch him for some reason. He's like when your kid gets into the snacks in the pantry and you're trying to catch them so you
Trying to
can put
chase
them
them,
back and you just can't
you know,
get them.
can't
That's
get them.
Kyler Murray all day. And you know, he's able to get the ball to these receivers, and in the past they've struggled with that. I think the defense has always been decent there in Arizona, but the offense has always been kind of inconsistent on a roller coaster. They haven't been able to figure it out. It looks like this year they figured it out. It looks like they've really bought into Cliff's game plan, his scheme. And yeah, I mean, by record alone, yeah, you got to say they're the best team in the NFL. And outside of that, just looking at the eye test, they are. They've done what they've needed to do to win games. I don't see how teams plan on stopping them with Cliff in this. He's on a roll right now with his play calling. If I'm being honest, and that defense, man, if the defense can keep playing at the level that it is playing at, yeah, this team is a scary, scary team because it's they're going to score points, but it's that defense for me and the way that they beat up on the Rams. I even feel like the score it makes it look better than what it was.
Now, again, for the people that are tuning in, if you go date back to our earlier episodes from last year, Ish has been very, very keen on Mr. Cliff Kingsbury, and he expected better from Cliff, not this season, but of course last season. And he put high expectations on Cliff this season coming up, especially with
I
all the
did.
additions that they had on both sides of the ball. There was a lot of hype going into Arizona. I remember telling everybody, "Hey, look out for Arizona. Y'all can go and date me back on all of our social media platforms." I said, "Look out for Arizona." Everybody said, "Psh, there's Arizona. Anybody worry about Arizona, right?"
Yeah,
That's what
you
everybody.
did. I think early on in the offseason, you even said they're a Super Bowl contender after some
And
of the
people
moves that
laughed
they.
at me.
Yeah,
And
I
people laughed
remember.
at me. And guess what? I have no problems with people doing that because guess what? It's still early in the season, and things can change. But the way that they took care of business against the Rams, and as being an away game, and the way that they were able to take care of the Rams on both sides of the ball, especially with the Rams coming off that huge win against the Bucks just a week prior, you have to tip your hat to the Cardinals, especially the way that Kyler Murray is playing at the moment, at least in the first quarter of the NFL season. Just last week, we thought it was Derek Carr. Now, just in a week later, it might be Kyler Murray. When you
I
really
never
look
thought
at
it was
things,
Derek Carr.
you would still give it the first quarter of the season. You would still give it to Derek Carr.
No, I wasn't giving anything to
Oh, my
Derek
bad. I
Carr.
didn't hear you. I thought you said my bad. I thought you said you would give it to Derek Carr.
Man, don't try to make me give anything to Derek Carr. I'm not giving
There
anything
you
to
go.
Derek Carr. You were the one talking about that's your MVP, and look at how he
I didn't say that. I said that for earlier this season. Relax.
look how he repaid you last night, Mister.
First of
That's
all,
my MVP.
it's one game. It's one game,
I don't care what.
and that's not my MVP. I don't call MVPs till about week 14, week 15, week 16. Let's relax.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, so at the moment, let's answer the question for everyone out there: are the Cardinals the best team in the NFL?
Yes.
I'm gonna go with yes. All right, ish. Are one of our favorite topics for this show. See what happened was, of course, this is the topic where we have to go back and talk about a game that we picked that apparently didn't go the way that we thought it was going to go. So I'll go first.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll go ahead and throw it back on me right quick for the one time. And to be completely honest, for everyone, is for me, I think it's like I said earlier in the show. We said we was going to talk about it again. For me, it has to be Monday Night Football game. Yeah, last night, Raiders Chargers. I'm very disappointed in myself. I went to bed Sunday night and I told myself the Chargers are gonna win this game. I don't know what it is. I just feel it in my gut. Chargers are gonna win the game. Slept on it. Woke up the next day around 3 o'clock. I said, you know what? I don't know what it is. I just feel about the Raiders. Just the Raiders, the way they've been playing the last 3 weeks, they're just gonna find a way to win, right? They're in LA. They're gonna have more fans, Raider fans than Charger fans. It's a unofficial home game. I feel like the Raiders are gonna find a way to win this game. That was my thought process. And then Justin Herbert said, "This is my city now. The Raiders, y'all in Vegas. We in LA." And not only did they win that game, the one thing that I respect more than anything about the Chargers, what they did, is when the Raiders came back after halftime and scored 2 touchdowns on them, they easily could have buckled up, like we seen them do last season, and lost that game. But they stepped on their throats and finished that game, and that's something to be mindful of because, like you said earlier in this show, ish, you feel like the Chargers and the Bills are the best two teams right now in the AFC, and if that is the case, because the looks of things, especially on the offensive side of the ball, if y'all have not paid attention to the Chargers, go look at that offensive side of the ball. Mismatches all across the line. It's not fair.
Bruh,
And
and
it's
they
and
did
it's
that last night without Mike
bruh,
Williams having an impact.
that's
That
what I'm
is
saying. Like
scary. That's
it's
scary.
the offense is very scary because of the quarterback that you have to be able to get the ball to those players right where they need it to be. The balls that Justin Herbert throws are, and I remember hearing one guy say it on TV last night, but it's Velcro.
Yeah.
The balls that he throws literally hit you in the chest and they're not going to move. He throws some beautiful balls. I love watching him play the quarterback position because it's like, for me, it's like watching a mixture of like Dan Marino and Aaron Rodgers. Like, he can really be the next generation of what we expect to see these mobile quarterbacks be, or these are the pocket quarterbacks slash, that can actually move in the pocket. So I'm excited to see the growth of Justin Herbert. Again, that's why I have to pick this game to be to see what happened was because the Raiders, for me, just did not get it done when it was time to get it done.
Um, Man, I'm so happy that Travis put it in there because
Oh, you want me to go
my
ahead and bring it up?
see what had happened was I'm tired of you, X.
Okay, here
Let me
we
let me
go.
just get this.
Because I
Let me
know you
just
about
get
to
this off. Let
go
me
ahead
get this off my chest
and
right
get
now,
your
because I
soliloquy.
actually have two games that are my see what had happened was, and both of them I have to get something off my chest to everybody here, everybody watching, everybody that supports the show. Bro, I'm tired of X. I'm tired of X. I'm tired. I'm tired of this guy, man, because he got these two guys that he just pumps, just talking all this stuff about them, bigging
It's
them
one
up.
game. It's
Yeah,
one
talking
game.
about how, yeah, at the beginning of the season it was, oh, watch out for Jameis. Jameis this. Jameis that, and I allow X because I respect him. Because I'm like, you're right, you my dog, man. I roll with you. I respect you. Maybe you know a little thing or two. But no, you don't know a damn thing, X. You don't know anything. I'm not listening to you ever again. I'm done listening to you. I don't even. As soon as you say anything about Jameis Winston, I might just turn my camera off and leave the stage because Jameis Winston is my see what had happened was this offense is terrible. How you have Alvin Kamara and you are the 28th ranked offense? I don't care. Don't give me this nonsense about Michael Thomas not being on the field or
James
whatever.
Winston don't call
All this
plays, but
other
continue.
nonsense. Like,
Continue.
bruh, this man, whoever he went to for his laser eye surgery, he needs to go and, immediately sue them. He need to go sue whoever he had that eye surgery by because it clearly didn't fix anything. The man still can't throw the ball to his own team. He doesn't know what he's doing. Luckily, he didn't throw any interceptions this game, but he can't throw to the receivers. At least let me say this: at least he broke 200 yards this game. At least he broke 200 yards this game.
Look, first of all,
This man, Jameis Winston,
you gonna
I'm
stop
done.
being disrespectful.
They need to put Taysom Hill, please. Taysom Hill, please. Taysom Hill. I beg you, talk to Sean Payton and start because we're done with Jameis. We don't want to see him out there for the Saints anymore. We don't want to see it. I'm done with it. He needs to start eating the L's.
Okay.
Jameis needs to start eating the L's.
Can I rebuttal? Can I rebuttal right quick?
Hold on, because I'm not done with you, X. Hold on, I'm not done with you yet. Okay. Secondly, I'm gonna need you to put some respect on my man Danny Dimes.
Here we
I'm
go.
done
Oh
with
my
you
God.
disrespect to Danny Dimes. Danny, all I do is drop dimes. Out here threw for 402 yards and 2 touchdowns against this Saints defense that was highly ranked coming in to lead the Giants to a victory. That's all I got to say for you. If you want to rebuttal this game, you can rebuttal this game because I still got another game to get into it with you. But go ahead and rebuttal if you want to. All I know is whatever your rebuttal is, it better be leading off with I respect Mr. Danny. All I do is drop dimes.
First of all, you're going to calm down. That's what you're going to do, okay? Because you're out of character. Okay,
Bruh,
you're out of character.
You got me
sir.
hyped because
you need to bring it back down. You're at 11. You need to bring it back down to a 6, sir. Okay. First of all, what we're going to do, we're going to bring up, because everybody loves stats. I love film. I'm a film guy. We're going to bring film to X Talking This real soon. Don't worry. But right now, unfortunately, because everybody loves some stats, we're going to bring them up. At the moment, Jameis is a top 10 quarterback. Only 2 picks on the year at the moment, 8 touchdowns, and QBR 65.9. That's 4th best in the league at the moment. QBR. Everybody loves some QBR. I don't give a damn about QBR. I love me some film and seeing what I see on the field. At the moment, like my boy Cody Chapman says, that was Danny Dimes, Danny Wooden Nickel, whatever you want to call him, first 300-yard game since his rookie year. He's a bum. Again, one game, for some reason, you will like taking sample sizes of one game and try to make it seem like, oh, this player is this player or that player is that. No, we're not doing that, sir. We're going to see the whole enchilada, and we're going to eat that mug like it's Zeke running for a touchdown. At the moment, sir, I'm going to let you have it.
He's the best player on the bad team.
Sir, we're not doing that, okay? We're not doing that right now because you're being two else is on the New York Giants. We're not doing that. Move on to the next game because you're being very disrespectful. I don't like that. And also, we're gonna get to the comments right quick because obviously, again, y'all, you're drunk. You're drunk, and again, Cody says sorry he's late. He's got the kid to bed. Again, we appreciate you for being on and checking us out. Christine also says Danny Dimes with 400 yards. Travis Crowe says going to start eating L's. And Cody also says, please bring this man back down to earth. Hey, Cody, that's what I'm trying to do because this guy here is on one. And I'm going to need you to go on ahead with your next game so we can move on with this topic because, again, you are drunk. You are drunk at the moment. Christine says, I was with you until the best player on a bad team is.
Best player on the bad team.
See, there you go. I told everybody, look, he was here, and he just took it, and he just needs to stop. Bring it back.
Y'all gonna respect Danny Dimes out here, all right?
What is your next team or your next game, please?
My next, see what had happened was that I have a bone to pick with X. The damn Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens.
Yes.
The Denver Broncos were the imposters.
Why is my fault? But
the Denver Broncos were the imposters that we thought they were. Okay, they were imposters. They faked it. They were frauds. But none more so than Mr. Teddy 2 yards himself. This man went for a abysmal 7 of 16 for 65 yards.
He got a concussion.
Back to doing Teddy 2
He got a concussion.
Thing. Oh, I don't even want to hear that.
What are you talking about?
7 for 16. He had a concussion before 7 for 16.
Look, bro. Look. Like, it don't matter when he had. The point is he had a concussion.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Cody. Again, obviously somebody watched the damn games.
Right.
Because you're tripping right now.
I watched the game.
I'm pretty sure when he got the concussion, he was still in the game. I'm pretty sure he was still in the game for a couple more plays where he probably has a couple incompletions after that, and they pulled him after that. So with that being said, what?
For Teddy 2 yards.
Ain't nobody making excuses. I'm making facts. You are speaking emotional right now.
Nah, y'all making
and Cody is a Broncos fan, so obviously again he know what he's talking about.
Bro, y'all making excuses for Teddy. The man was bad. Even
I'll let Cody take care of this one. Go ahead, though.
Right, Cody. We can have this discussion if you want to. Teddy is an imposter. Okay, I have been saying it all along, and for some reason, I let X trick me into.
It's not my fault. This is not my fault. You decided to do this.
He wasn't. I already knew who he was, but I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and ride with the Broncos. Maybe people aren't giving them respect. I understand they've played teams that have won a total of 0 games. I understand that this team is, they actually have a defense that should be respected. All of those things. I was thinking to myself, okay, the X may be on to something here. Most importantly, I was like, Teddy might be going back to the Teddy of when he was with the Saints and went 5-0. So I'm thinking, okay, cool. I'm going to ride with the Broncos at home. And they only went on to lose this game 23-7. They weren't even in the game. Let's just be honest. They weren't in the game. The game was bad. Okay? Lamar did his thing. Lamar is week in and week out. Lamar is coming out, and he is letting everyone know and putting the league on notice that he is ready to be that guy that everybody has been calling for him to be, that everybody keeps asking him to be, that everybody keeps trying to compare him to Mahomes and so on and so forth. Lamar is putting the league on notice. The Broncos, on the other hand, you were the imposter that you said you were, that I said you were all along. I don't care what you have to say. All right, let's read this this novel that Cody put up.
Anyways, yes, Cody says he got the concussion on like the last offensive play on the first half. Didn't play again after. But if you can't get the run game going, you can't pass. Baltimore has a nasty front seven. You can't call them imposters for beating 3 teams they should have beaten. Even I didn't pick them to win the game. Plus, didn't have 2 of our starting offensive guards, and that is, everything Cody is saying is definitely correct. And I said that in the pregame show. You can't be mad at the Broncos for playing who they play. They're 3-0. They beat teams that they beat on their schedule, and they got beat by a better team. Might not be a better team to, maybe when everybody's fully healthy, but at the moment, the Ravens won. They play a great game, and maybe the Broncos might be a surprise team.
It all sounds nice. Okay.
All right, let's go ahead and move on because you.
Hold on.
What? I'm listening. I'm just saying. You feel like you a little hurt right now. I look the same way y'all feel like me with Urban Meyer or whatnot. I feel like you because you were a Chiefs fan. You get on the Broncos a little too hard right now. I feel like a little animosity. That's just me.
I might be.
I'm just making sure I ain't tripping because if it. Okay, I'm just.
I might be. Maybe it's a Chiefs thing.
Oh, because Cody said, shit, they beat the Chiefs ish. Because. Is that what it is? Is that why you feeling about? Okay, it might. all that is coming together once. It makes sense. It makes sense. All right. Let's go ahead and move on.
Don't worry, we're gonna see y'all. We're gonna see y'all later in the year.
We are.
We gonna see y'all.
Let's talk very briefly of course, the return. Thomas
Why are we talking about
Brady.
this game?
We're going to talk about
here
it
you go with
because
this
the voice of TV greatness, Thomas Brady, returns to Foxborough. Dun, 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 dun.
Thank you,
That is my
NFL
NFL film voice, exactly. And Thomas Brady does what he does best, and that leads his team down the field for a game-winning field goal. Well, of course, it looks like Mac Jones did have an opportunity to lead his team down the field, which he got his team in position to kick a almost game-winning field goal, of course. Wide left hits off the crossbar, but I'm pretty sure, and I want to hear from everybody that's tuning in right now at the moment, I'm pretty sure everybody really wanted Nick Folk to make that field goal because 59 seconds left to go. One timeout. Brady with the ball in Foxborough on the other side of the ball this time. That would have been a goddamn movie right there. That's what everybody wanted to see. But in reality, again, we talked about this in the pregame show. It's either going to be a chess match, close game. Mainly, I think because of the weather, that's why it was. Or it was going to be a blowout by the Buccaneers. But the Buccaneers were going to win either way. And the Buccaneers ended up, of course, doing that. And overall, I just think it was one of those really great moments in the NFL. We're going to look back on it and be like, man, we was able to witness this moment.
So let me pose this question to you, because this whatever it is that we want to call it, it kind of irritates me when we keep bringing this up. Was it Brady or was it Belichick? Based off the game last night, what is your opinion? Was it, and everybody in the comments too. I want to see y'all, Cody, Christine, Travis, anybody that's paying attention to the show, watching it out. I want to hear from y'all as well. What is your feeling after watching the Sunday night game? Was it Brady or Belichick?
It was both. I mean, for me, and everybody else can speak on how they feel. It just reminds me of every other great organization from all sports, football, basketball, or baseball, where you have these great alpha male minds that make sacrifices for the betterment of the team to win a championship. And that's what Belichick and Tom Brady were able to do for 20 years because they both have big egos. No matter how you want to slice it, both. I mean, Belichick will tell. I mean, he won't tell you, but you could just know Belichick is Belichick, and Brady, he can smile in your face all you want to, but he has a chip on his shoulder, and that's what's made Brady who he has been since he stepped into the league, and that was made who he is. But I also just feel like because of the amount of work that both of them put in separately-ish, like it's separately because Brady obviously was able to translate what he was doing in Foxborough to Tampa to win a Super Bowl last year and still continue on with the success. And Belichick, even though the record don't look sexy right now, Belichick obviously still has something with the young crew that he has right now. Let's be real. Unfortunately, we won't be able to get a chance to see Belichick for the next 10 more years and see maybe he can win 2 or 3 Super Bowls with Mac Jones, right? We don't want to be able to get a chance to see that. But for this, just this one game, seeing them chess match each other, it honestly just reminded me of watching Brady and Manning when they played against each other. And it was, of course, Brady playing against Manning, and Manning was the quarterback that was chess matching against, of course, Belichick, right? That's what it reminded me of, and it was just really great to watch. It was just a great moment overall. Everybody loved the 0.5-second hug from Belichick, and it's just something again we can always go back and just look at it and be like, man, that was a great performance on both sides. Yes, the numbers didn't look great. Yes, people can say Belichick won the matchup because of numbers that Brady threw, or just the way. Look, weather affected both teams. Nope, everybody can say it didn't, but yes, weather affected both teams. It is what it is. Overall, Brady got it done. That's just how I see it. Brady did what he's been doing for the last 20 years, and he got it done when it was time to get it done. Let's get to the comment section right quick. Cody says this was the first for Tom Brady. First time playing his former team. I think he was in the moment for sure. He needed Gronk for sure. I'm sorry. He needed Gronk to sure that dub a little more. I'm happy he brought up Gronk. I thought with Gronk being out, I thought he would definitely utilize OJ Mayo a lot more. OJ Howard a lot more than previous games. He definitely tried to utilize Brait, but it just seemed like at the moment him and Brait are not on the same page. I think that will develop later on in this season. But I'm just still baffled. Like, what's going on with them and OJ Howard? Why are they not able to utilize? I feel like it's something to do with playbook. I feel like maybe something to do with effort-ish. You want to help me out on that?
I don't know. It appears to just be a disconnect. I think it's a playbook scheme sort of thing. If you remember when Gronk first got there, they talked a lot about how they brought him in to block. A lot of it was blocking, and I don't know necessarily that OJ Howard is the guy that you bringing in to block. And if you're not sold on the blocking aspect, maybe you're not getting any reps. Receiving reps. You know, so like.
You know how that goes.
It is what it is, right? Like you got to do the whole job.
We play high school football receivers together. What was the one thing that they said? If you ain't blocking, you not getting on this field. And we was a spread offense.
And it's as simple as that. So, I mean, you got to do everything, right?
Cody says 100% X was a good battle. All it comes down to is win or lose. Chalk it up for the GOAT time. And to be honest, OJ hasn't really done anything since he's gotten drafted. I 100% agree. I feel like with Tom Brady being added there, they would find a way to utilize his talent. My mindset when Tom Brady first came there was, bam, you now have the double tight end that you had with Aaron Hernandez and Gronk again. Utilize it, but it just seems like it just hasn't really come to fruition the way that they wanted it to. I mean, luckily for Tom, he has an arsenal, of course, Antonio Brown, Mike Evans, and of course, people forget about Scotty Miller. Scotty Miller is there as well too. Hasn't really been able. Well, everybody knows about Godwin. I'm talking about somebody like Scotty Miller who can I feel like can definitely make an impact.
Julian Edelman of the group.
Exactly. That's just how I look at him.
He's that guy.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and move on from this game, and let's get into, of course, overreaction after week 4. I have a great one, but I'm going to let my brother Ishmael take this one.
My overreaction after week 4. The Tennessee Titans won't get out of the first round of the playoffs.
Really? That's what we're doing today?
They lost to the Jets. I mean, what do you want me to say? They lost to the Jets. They're not going to get out of the first round. So
we're just going to pile on apparently the Titans today, because this is just pile on Titans. Because if I wanted to, again, if I want to be a hoe and just pile on the Chiefs when every time they lose, when they lost last week as the Chargers,
I'm pretty sure I predicted them to lose that game, and I'm pretty sure
you picked the Chiefs.
I
picked the Chargers.
I picked the Chargers, and I'm pretty sure I'm very realistic about the Chiefs. This is an overreaction. Trust me, I'm still riding with King Henry. But my overreaction, though, after when I was watching that game, and I even texted you when he missed the field goal, it's this love-hate thing I got with the Tennessee Titans. What
is the main thing about not even the defense? What is the main thing about the Tennessee Titans that's the problem? Can you tell me? Because obviously nobody's watching the Tennessee Titans. But continue. Can you tell me what's the main problem with the Tennessee Titans?
My main problem with the Tennessee Titans.
No, the main problem with the Tennessee Titans as a team. What is the problem? I know what it is. Do you know
their main problem?
Yes,
bro. To me, the main problem is, well, obviously this past weekend they didn't have any receivers, so
now even worried about again. Now I ain't talking about that. You can
stack the box against a team like that, and
I ain't talking about that.
Receivers.
Now I ain't talking about that. But you close. It's that offensive side of the ball. But continue.
What is your concern?
It's the offensive line, Ish.
Oh my. Everybody has offensive line issues. Everybody has offensive line issues in the league right now. Everybody's having offensive line.
I agree with you. I'm not saying you're wrong, but just like our boy Cody talked about with the Broncos, we're missing our two of our offensive guards as well too. Taylor Warren is coming back
for 157 yards. Bro, your man ran for 157 yards, and you talking about line issues?
Tannehill got sacked 7 times, bro.
in a stacked box, bro. They're stacked.
Tannehill has been sacked every game for at least 5 times every game. That's the problem.
That has nothing to do with the line and has everything to do with the fact that your receivers aren't able to create separation and he's having to hold the ball longer. Plus, they rely on play action passing.
Week one, Buda Baker ran over Jack. Not Jack.
He ran him over. Yes.
Run over Taylor Lewan. Yeah. Like it was nothing. Yeah, again, he's coming off of an ACL tear, but again, the line does not look like it's supposed to look, and that is a problem. That's my point. Yes, the Derrick Henry yards, it looks great, but again, if Tannehill's not able to stand in the pocket because he's getting sacked, that's a problem as well too. That's my point. I said this in the pregame show. Do not be surprised if we lose this game. And what did you say? You blew us off, Ish. Go. We can run the tape back. Again, moving forward, we're gonna have film of us bringing back certain shows of us saying A, B, and C. And you said, and you rolled your eyes and said, "Oh, we ain't worried about it. Hey, Titans ain't worried about the Jets. Titans go. I don't care. They missing everybody." Right? They still gonna win. No, you disrespected the Jets because you forgot the Jets is still an NFL team. And Corey Davis played against his former team, and he wanted to make sure that he showed the Tennessee Titans what they missed out on. 4 catches, 111 yards, and a touchdown. Shout out to Corey Davis doing what he do. But at the end of the day, the Titans lost the game that they shouldn't have lost, and that's on them. And they better hope it don't bite them in the ass later on in the season.
You said it right there. They lost a game they should not have lost.
All right.
They should not have lost that.
Cody says Derrick Henry could run for 150 behind, I guess, any O-line. My apologies. Any O-line. And that's 100% true.
Yeah, I mean, I do not disagree with that. However, I would say that when you've got a guy that's running for 157 yards and your passing scheme pretty much is play action, there's no reason you should be losing to the Jets. And all this sack nonsense that you're talking about, it shouldn't, like, bro, if you are capable of running for 157, because even, okay, let's talk about that last drive, right? Let's talk about the last drive. When we pretty much knew they weren't throwing the ball, they were going to run the ball the whole time. And some of the play calls, let's talk about the play calling, because the play calling on that last drive alone was confusing. Why is it when you got Derrick Henry running over people and he wasn't being stopped on that last drive, then you went away from him? Like, can you explain to me as a Tennessee Titans fan?
No, I would love to, but again, for people that don't look at the Titans, love to comment about my team, and it's awesome to me because I like to correct them, like yourself, because you're wrong and it's fine. People forget, Arthur Smith's not our offensive coordinator anymore. He's the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons, meaning that the offensive scheme has changed. I am not in charge of the plays that are called for the Tennessee Titans, because if I was, yes, we would be running the ball, Derrick Henry, we would do play action, and we would utilize everybody amongst that offense. Right now, the offensive coordinator for the Tennessee Titans, I feel like it's a lot of growing pains. It's still early in the season, everyone. I say this every year. I do not take teams seriously until week 6. We saw this last week we saw this last season with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I am not going to do that right now with Tennessee Titans or anybody else. Still early in the season. I think they will get things back going, like you said, with the Tennessee Titans all the time with Derrick Henry and his running game. They'll get things back going. It was just a bad loss. They have these type of losses every season, bro. Like because
they play in the AFC South.
Not even just that. It's because they're not a championship team. Championship teams do not lose.
The Texans win the South.
Okay, stop.
That's my over.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Anyways, let me say mine, because obviously you drank a little too much Hufflepuff juice or something like that before the show came on, because you drunk.
Oh man,
I'm gonna do my overreaction. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, because we got to get to Mr. Slang That Thing real quick before we get up out of here for the night. Dallas Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I said it. Oh, yeah.
I can't believe you just said that.
Oh, I said what I said.
I can't believe you just said that, but all right.
I said what I said. Again, so overreaction after week 4.
Yeah.
But I'm very impressed by the way that they took care of business at home against, at the time, number 1 ranked defense, who we still had questions on because of who they played as well. But at the end of the day, you play the teams that are in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
We both picked the Cowboys to win that game because we still weren't sold on the Carolina Panthers. But Carolina Panthers played well. They did get down at one point in time, but I did love seeing the fight from Darnold from I'm sorry, Sam Darnold. I apologize, and seeing them come back to try to make it a game. At the moment, for me, I'm looking at the Cowboys' offense. I'm just like, damn, this shit is hitting like on 80% right now. Like, this is not even full throttle because CeeDee Lamb is not even like CeeDee Lamb it hasn't even got his touches yet. Gallup is not playing still. Like, they got a 2-back running back system right now. Dak is playing really well. The defense is finally coming along. Trayvon Diggs has more catches than his brother.
Best corner in the NFL right now.
But again, the bombshell that happened, of course, just a couple hours ago, I am worried about that because will that change things in the locker room? I think Jalen Smith was a great locker room guy. Again, I on the outside looking at it, I don't know, but I feel like he was somebody that brought in some hard work, that is a likable guy, that maybe, they wanted him around. Maybe they don't, and maybe they continue to move forward with Parsons and Van Der Esch and continue to do great things on that defense. But right now, the Dallas Cowboys, they're going to win a division. I'll sit here and say I was wrong. I was wrong about watching football team. They're going to win the division. The question is what can you do in the playoffs? The NFC is stacked. It is nothing is guaranteed for the Dallas Cowboys in the NFC at the moment. But right now, if they can continue to play like this and get better in the rest of the season, why not? Well, I don't see why they can't make the Super Bowl.
For sure. So, I agree with that overreaction. I like that.
All right, let's go ahead and get to the comments right quick. Christine says, they'll fall apart like they do every year. I'll believe it when I see it with them. Hey, I believe it. I agree with you too. But at the end of the day, they still have 5 and y'all still have 1. So remember that. Travis Crow, of course, looks like he liked that. He says, talk that talk. Hey, I'm just putting out the facts. Just putting out the facts. All right, Mr. Saying that thing for week 4-ish. You can go ahead and take this one, play-by.
I'm going to keep it short and sweet.
Yes, sir.
I already know all the haters going to say what they want to say. But it has to be none other than the kid, Patty Mahomes.
Oh.
I mean, 278, 5 touchdowns. How can you pick anyone else? He just went into Philadelphia on the return of Andy Reid, the return of LaShawn McCoy, and he just torched them. He lit them afire. Tyreek Hill, thank you, my man. Those 44 fantasy points really did help me. But Patrick Mahomes, for me, he had to be Mr. Slang that thing. I did also think about giving it to Joe Burrow. That's my honorable mention because Joe Burrow did have himself a night as well, 25 and 32, 348, and 2 touchdowns. But I just think the 5 touchdowns from Patty.
I respect it. I'm not mad at all. Now, let's get to the comment section right quick. Cody says, after that argument you just made for Danny Dimes, I thought you would go for that route.
Yeah, Danny Dimes, bro. He had a day.
Shout out to you, Cody. Put it back on him. I like that.
Danny Dimes had a day. He could have, if Patty didn't have 5 touchdowns, I might have gave it to Danny. But don't worry. Danny has his opportunities coming up. He plays in the NFC least. So there'll be plenty of chances this season for him to get the Mr. Slang That Thing award. Unfortunately for him, though, not this coming week because he plays the Cowboys.
I definitely agree with you when it comes to certain players are going to get Mr. Slang That Thing moving forward just because they are pretty good at their position. So for me, I want to give a little shout out to a guy that doesn't get that much recognition, especially with the team that he plays for. Because let's be real, we kind of laugh at them. It is what it is, but we of course reward the best quarterback for this weekend. Besides stats, I also want to incorporate his story, and that has to be for me, Mr. Taylor Henneke. Beat the Atlanta Falcons 23 of 33, 290, 3 touchdowns. Again, yardage wise wasn't that great. 3 touchdowns, no picks. But for me, it's the storyline of Mr. Taylor Henneke. If you don't know who he is and his story, battling, being cut and playing for the XFL, the Battle Hogs, and coming to Washington, also like getting cut as well. Sleeping on his couch to get a phone call back. Finally got that call back, and of course has been balling out ever since. And for him, after the game, they interviewed him and he started tearing up about the opportunity that he's been able to have and him being able to capture on the opportunity. And the reason why, again, I want to bring this up because for everybody's tuning in and everybody that's listening on the podcast, we need more people like Taylor Henneke. We're not telling y'all to be NFL football players. No, we're telling y'all to stop getting up on y'all's dreams. When shit gets rough, shit gets hard, bust through that wall. I'm telling everybody this. It goes for me too. Let's bust through that wall. Let's continue to keep on being great on and off the field. Let's continue to be great parents. Let's continue to be great brothers and sisters and all these great things that we are out here in life, because when you are able to finally get what you want because you put the hard work in, it makes the reward that much sweeter and that much greater. So he keeps on balling. It's beautiful to watch, and just to watch the football team as a whole, from the head coach, not the owner, but from the head coach and the team, and everybody else, and I watch the football team, and besides the trainer, as well. But that's another story for another day. I wish nothing but success seriously for the Washington football team and everybody that's a part of that. But we got through another week recap of the NFL. This is week 4, of course. We will see y'all once again.
Hey, no.
I'm not leaving just yet. But go.
Don't leave just yet. No, I'm not gonna let you slide by without letting the people know that you lost in fantasy this week to none other than your boy.
Oh, here we go.
You're no longer sitting in a playoff spot. On top of that, you're just dropping down in the standings. Go ahead and throw the standings up there. Don't run from the fantasy information, because we must get the fantasy information out there. I don't even care if we put the pick'em stuff up, but the fantasy stuff is what I
got you. Let me show the folks. Because apparently Ish wants to let everybody know about.
Yeah, don't run.
No need for
I see how you were trying to slide on out without letting everybody know that you lost.
I wasn't. I promise everybody. I'm here, guys. I'm not going nowhere. We don't run from nothing. Like I said before, we got to get it right around here. We got to get these chickens right, as Marshawn say.
Man, you got to protect your mentals and
yes, sir.
Your mentals and your chicken. You got to protect that. 39-25 tied.
Right. How did at the moment, I'm still trying to figure that out, because I could have sworn that we were up by a game, but hey, it is what it is. I'll take the tie at the moment. And again, as for our pick'ems, and at the moment, our fantasy football standings on the NFC side: Club Shay, number 1, number 2, Kiss Davy, number 3, Bishop Sycamore, number 4, Smokey Joe, number 5, Brady's Mavericks, number 6, Bay Area Bully, and then on the AFC side, number 1, Colonel Flanders Chicken, number 2, Just Another Title Run, number 3, Dat Man Dooley, number 4, Thanos Was Right, number 5, CD's Nuts, and number 4, B Rocka. I'm sorry, number 6, I apologize. Number 6 with an 0-4 record, B Rocka. All right. My last place teams. I'm gonna need y'all to get on the board with a dub. And shout out to Cody. He said he's Bishop Sycamore.
Oh, Bishop Sycamore. Okay, Bishop Sycamore.
I knew Cody. You gotta put name to face. We appreciate you, Cody. We appreciate you, Cody. We appreciate you for tuning in once again. And of course, as always, we will of course update everybody on the fantasy standings. I apologize for trying to get out of here before we let everybody know about that. And yes, Ish took me down for this week. We will play each other again later on in the season.
Yeah,
so we will get my revenge. We will split the series. At the moment, you have a 1-0 lead, my brother. And of course, like I tell everybody at the end of our shows, please join us once again Sunday morning, 10 o'clock for our pregame show. 10 o'clock Central, 11 o'clock Eastern. And hey, week 5 is By the time you look up, it'll be week 12, week 13. It's a slow but long. Slow but fast season, long but short. So,
Danny Dimes for the
everybody,
upset this week.
here we go. We're not doing this right now. Bye, everybody.
Danny Dimes for the upset this week.
No, and shout out
To beat the Cowboys.
Shout out to the comment section. Christine says the banter you two had me rolling tonight. We appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, Cody. And
Yeah, appreciate you.
Travis
I appreciate
as well.
everyone for tuning in. We really appreciate you guys, man. We love it. We love when you guys are here, when you're commenting.
It makes the show
with
that
us.
much better.
Yeah, it makes it so much fun just being able to talk with y'all as well. Because
especially when Ish don't know what the hell he's talking about.
I was just about to say, especially because
that's what you about to say. Okay,
he over here disrespecting Danny Dimes and whatnot. So
bye. All right, and on that note, bye everybody. We will see y'all on Sunday morning. We will see y'all Sunday.